Hi, my name's Yvonne and I'm a UK Stampin' Up demonstrator, and what I'm going to show you today is a small little box using the Everything is Rosy Medley of products. So we've got this gorgeous ribbon which is Night of Navy with a rose gold at the end, and I've put the tag on the ribbon. And then this is the little box, and inside I fitted a little L'Occitane hand cream. I've also got a perfume atomizer that can go in there, so that's the sort of size that you're looking at. Let me just see if I can measure when I can find my ruler. I put it down somewhere. We'll use this one. So it's about 8.5 centimetres long, the atomizer, so that's the sort of size you're looking at. Right, so without further ado, I'll show you how to make it. I'm just going to pop that back. So all the ribbon is like a little belly band that goes around just to keep it closed. And don't do it too tight or you won't be able to put it on properly. There you go. So that's what we're going to make. Now you'll need a piece of paper. As I say, I'm using the Everything is Rosy paper, and this is cut at 4 3/4 by 5 inches. I'm just going to get my scoreboard. So on the 5-inch mark, on the 5-inch side, you need to score at 3/4 inch, and you need to score at 4 1/4. And that's it for that side. And on this side, which is the 4 3/4 side, you're scoring at 3/4 inch, 2 inch, 2 3/4, and 4. And that's all. Excuse me. That's all you're scoring. Sorry about that. Right, so I need to find my scissors. Oh, my desk is a mess. Right, so I'm just going to... Where's my bin folder? I'm just going to fold and score, burnish all the lines that I've just scored. So this time I've used a stripy paper. Oops. Score line there. Right, so the next part is we're going to cut. So I just want to check to make sure which bit I'm cutting. I'm cutting the longest. Right. Yeah. So with your paper showing the 5-inch side, you're going to cut all these score lines. And then we're just going to wedge out these bits. I might turn it over onto the other side so I can actually see it, because with the lines being on the paper, it's a little bit difficult to see. So I'm just taking out wedges of the smaller tabs. And on this side, to cut up there, cut to the first there, cut to there, and cut to there. Then we're going to take out the wedges. You don't need to take a lot out, it's just to take some of the bulk out when you're actually folding and gluing the box together. Probably not got the straightest lines at the moment either. And the last one. Right, so that is it. I'm just going to put my covers on my scissors. Right. Get rid of my little bits. So you have, this is your start of your box. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these 2 tabs there. Not using a lot of glue, just a little bit. So if my got in the way. And I'm just going to fold it up to that first corner, and then I've got my EK Tool Sweet Tweezers, which is going to hold that in place while I do the other side. Because I haven't got 2 pairs of hands, so just using those tweezers just to pinch it, gives me a better, helps me to hold them in place. Right, I need to do it on the other side. I'm just going to bend that over a second. So I need to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Just doing one at a time. Just making sure that it lines up, and then you get a nice edge. There we go. And again. There we go. I'm just keeping my glue covered at the moment because it can dry up quite quickly if you're not careful. And you don't want that to happen, you don't want to waste any of your glue. Right, so the next part is I'm going to fold those and stick them onto there. So that's that. Just fold that in. Make sure we've got a nice edge on there. And then we can do this side. And that is it for the gluing. Right, I'm just going to leave that for a couple of seconds to finish drying off. So the next part is the actual little thank you. So I have a 1 1/8 punch, which is scallop around the edge, and I'm going to use Night of Navy. I'm just going to punch that out. Close that up. And then I've got the 1-inch punch, which I am going to use Blushing Bride. I really like the circle punchers. They're a great investment, because cutting circles out by hand is just rubbish, to be fair. Well, it is for me anyway. So right, so I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Oops, I've moved the, sorry about that, I didn't mean to knock it. So this stamp is Thank You, and it's from the Everything is Rosy medley, which includes this stamp set and dies and the papers, ribbon, shimmer paint, die shapes as well. So this is a thank you from there. Now it is all one stamp. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some post-it tape, and I'm just going to cover up the bit I don't want to stamp. So I'm just going to cover it, and then I'm going to ink up my stamp. Remember, take your tape off, and then chuck that in the bin so I don't get ink on me. I'm just going to use my little mat just to stamp. Press it down gently. It's stuck. Hopefully it's not smudged. Nope. So there we go, we've got the thank. So I'm going to do exactly the same. Get post-it tape. I'm just going to clean that stamp off so it doesn't, I don't get ink everywhere, which I have a tendency to do. My lovely so I'm going to just cover the thank with the post-it tape again, ink it up, and then I'm going to take that off and then just do the U. And it's stuck again. And there we go. We've got thank you. So that's just an easy way to use your stamps on a different, in a different way, in a different formation. Originally I had just done the thank you as all one word, and I did a really thin label, but when I put it together I didn't like that, so that's why I decided to change it up. Right, so that's my stamp set away, and throw my ink away. Right, so let's have a look at our box. So what I'm going to do, it just folds over like that. So the final touch now, my post-it tape. So yeah, the final touch now is just put a little bit of ribbon on, and I'm just using the ribbon as a belly band just to keep it closed. So I've got a length of the ribbon, which I'm just going to eyeball how much I want. About there. So let's use my ribbon scissors. Most important to have ribbon scissors. They are so sharp and a good investment, because if not you get horrible scraggly bits on your ribbon and you don't want that. So as you can see, this is the Night of Navy ribbon with the rose gold edging on the sides, and it's lovely. A really, really nice ribbon to work with. So I'm just going to fold that back and put that over there. Now, my next part, I'm going to place the little blue Night of Navy scalloped edge just there, and then I'm going to use some glue dots just either side. So I'm going to encase the ribbon between the two pieces of card. So put it that way and put it that way. And then I'm just going to place that on there. Hopefully that's straight. No, that looked quite good then. And then the final part is I will just pop that round there, bring that across there, and put a couple of glue dots on the back of the ribbon. Which I need, oops, I need something to take my glue dots off, so I'll just use my bone folder because it's there. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots on the ribbon. Just make sure it's just trying to make sure it's sort of centre. Doesn't matter too much, but and then we just need to make sure that we leave just a little bit so it can come off. And there we go. So you can, as I say, I've got some little mini hand cream, and then just pop the ribbon around. A bit stuck there. The ribbon just keeps it nice and secure so nothing drops out, but to be fair, it's not going to drop out. So I hope you've liked this video. It's been I really enjoyed making these little boxes. That's the first one that I made, and they're really easy to make, so why not have a go? If you're interested in the Everything is Rosy medley, I'll put a link below so you'll be able to go to the shop and have a look at all the products you get. But I did do a video a couple of weeks ago just showcasing what's actually in the medley, and also a card project that I made. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to follow me on my blog, it's craftingforeveryone.blogspot.com. And if you want to request a new catalogue, the catalogue will be going live the 4th of June. If you just drop me an email at yflittonsud@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to pop one in the post for you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.